Hello, my name is Dominic Dixon, and today I will be talking about the growth of cell phone usage over the generations. Cell phone usage has gone up dramatically in the last decade. The younger generations are the ones who are most affected by it. In this presentation, we will learn about the evolution of phones, who has a phone today, what phone they have, and how have things changed. I will wrap up the presentation with real-life scenarios of people who have taken having a cell phone a little too seriously. Phones then and now. The first telephone was patented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876, which makes telephones less than 150 years old. When telephones were first coming about, they were a nice commodity to have. Now, they are a necessity. Smartphones, or a mobile phone with highly advanced features, is now the thing to have. The average size screen on a smartphone went from 2.59 inches in 2007 to 4.86 inches in 2014. When it comes to telephones, they have come a long way. We started out with landlines, which turned into wireless phones. Handheld phones came next, and then cell phones. Cell phones adapted touchscreens, and then now we have the smartphone. With the way technology is going, who knows what will come next? This is a picture of the different types of phones that we have. As you can see, there are flip phones, there are Blackberries, Sidekicks, and a few smartphones in there as well. And if you were to click on the picture, it will send you to an article about the amount of people who use the Facebook mobile app. If you haven't already noticed in your day-to-day activities, phones are everywhere. In the recent studies, 75% of the world's population has a mobile phone. In America alone, 90% of adults have a mobile phone, and 78% of teens from ages 12 to 17 have a mobile phone as well. Since 2007, over 1 billion smartphones have been sold, and that number is expected to increase to 6 billion within the next decade or two. Seeing as how businesses are moving more towards the use of technology with telecommuting, video conferences, emails, and things like Dropboxes and wikis, that number is expected to grow even more. Of the pictures, the top right is a link to an article about how there are more mobile phones in India than there are toilets. The bottom left is a link to an article about smartphone addiction or nomophobia, which is also the fear of being without a telephone. In this day and age, that is now becoming an epidemic. Depending on the age, phones are used for a variety of different things. The youngest generation, being the kids, they use their smartphones for things like games and watching movies and TV. The younger generations, ages 12 to 17, mainly use their cell phones for internet use or social media, but for personal reasons. The older generation uses their smartphones or cell phones for emails, text messages, and internet use, but for more informational and business purposes. There are a wide variety of different smartphones you can choose from. However, there are two companies that are dominating this market. They are Apple, which created the iPhone, and Samsung, who created the Galaxy series. Even though Samsung has sold a variety of different phones, Apple is still dominating in the amount of cell phones sold. If you do choose to become a smartphone user, it can be pretty pricey. The price of the phone alone can range between $200 to $700. Depending on which carrier you get it from, the prices vary as well. The top four at this moment are T-Mobile, AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon being the number one. Between these carriers, the prices can vary, the different plans you can get, the coverage, and also the quality of your experience all vary. Over the years, things have changed for both the good and the bad. Some benefits of having a cell phone are you can stay up to date with what is going on in the world, and you can always be in close contact to people and vice versa. It is also good when you are bored and you need some sort of entertainment. Some challenges with having a phone are the amount of money you have to spend on it for plans, insurance, and the accessories, but also the price you have to pay in society. phubbing, or the act of snubbing or ignoring someone for your phone, is becoming a new thing with the younger generations. Cell phones have impacted communication in the way that they have diminished some of the art of communication, in the way that there are no longer as many face-to-face contacts or communications because everything is done through text messages or emails. It also hurts the English language because of the poor grammar, and there's also a book out there for just the acronyms that you can use for text messaging. So it's a dictionary for text messaging acronyms. While I was doing this research, I found a number of stories of teens and their cell phones that were kind of disturbing. There was a girl in Washington who shot her dad with a hunting crossbow and arrow because he took away her phone because she was being punished. There was another girl up in San Francisco who got hit by a train because she dropped her phone on the tracks and thought it was a good idea to go back when the train was coming. Another kid attacked his teacher in class because the teacher took away his phone for using it. And the most dramatic one that I saw was a young boy murdered both of his parents for taking away his electronics because he felt those were his personal belongings and it was not right of his parents to take them away as punishment. In this day and age, you will know that, or you will see that the younger generations feel that it is their right to have a cell phone. I believe we need to instill into their minds that it is not a right, but a privilege. Thank you.